facilities. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Union Women's Soccer. Tonight's matchup features the Owasso Lady Rams versus your Union Women's Soccer. The starting lineups for the Owasso Lady Rams: 0, Kimora Tisdale. Number 3, Delana King. Number 11, Abby Davis. Number 12, Amelia Sinor. Number 13, Chloe Wilkins. Number 17, Olivia Kucherovsky. Number 18, Amelia Ackerman. Number 19, Heidi Wyverman. Number 21, Sierra Gann. Number 32, Lauren Hofer. And number 35, Emily Ryan. And now the starting lineup for your Union Women's Soccer team. Number 7, Brooke Amos. Number 13, Peyton Bartmus. Number 21, Raquel Finelli. Number 23, Alicia Giles. Number 1, Stephanie Perret. Number 2, Haley Stage. Number 11, Kari Coreno. Number 16, Savannah Green. Number 15, Danae Hobson. Number 9, Carly Meyer. And number 4, Andrea Rivera. Your head coach is Jamie Roselle. Assistant coaches are Jim Cusson, Matt Howe, Josh Pickering, and Dan Snow. Please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the U opening night for the Union Girls Soccer. And I'm Brandon McCombs, joined alongside Brett Dickey. And Brett, we're back for another great season of women's soccer Union style.
Yeah, great to be back in the passenger seat tonight, Brandon. What do you think we're going to see tonight out of these two teams?
Well, I tell you what, with head coach Jamie Roselle last year, her inaugural season got cut short with COVID, and I tell you, off to a great start. I've been around the women's program a little bit this year, being around the locker rooms and the concession stand. You just kind of hear the chatter, and the buzz is they really believe in what they've got in this program.
Yeah, they've got a lot of great women down there that know how to play soccer.
So we're grabbing a sheet here on the starters, and I tell you what, I'm expecting it to be something that is they're getting everything set up. We're going to be running 2 40-minute halves, and the win tonight is definitely going to be a factor, Brett.
Yeah, big factor, and if I'm if I'm getting my choice, I'm going to go with the wind in the first half, hoping that maybe it lays down in the second half and gives a slight advantage. Either way, it's going to be a factor on the shots that are taken from way outside to the ones that are inside the 18. A lot of these young ladies have still not quite figured out how to keep the ball down low when they take their strikes on goal, and it's going to make a big difference around that 18.
Well, tonight, let's talk about the Union girls roster. And, one of the names, Brett, we've heard so much about, and I expect that we'll continue to hear a lot, is Itumador.
Yeah. Going from what we had seen in the last 2 seasons, her play out of the backfield has been phenomenal. She's kind of like a freight train back there. Don't know if they have different plans for her going forward, but she's locked that up in the past.
Yeah, so the starters for Union tonight, number 7, Brooke Amos. Number 13, Peyton Bartmus. Number 21, Raquel Finelli. Number 23, Alicia Giles. Number 1, the goalkeeper, Stephanie Peref. Number 2 is Haley Stage. Number 11, Kari Carino. Number 16, Savannah Green. Number 15, Danae Hobson. And number 9, Carly Meyer. And number 4, Andrea Rivera. And so that's going to be our lady starters tonight. We got 40 minutes on the clock. And it should be a great match tonight, Brett, with the Owasso Rams coming to town.
Yeah, some of these players that are coming back, I'm looking for a lot out of Peyton Bartmus tonight. That's been a key player in the past. I am seeing that starting lineup looks a little bit different than what I have seen before, but that just shows that the confidence of every player that Coach has on this Lady Union team.
Yeah, so right off the get-go, you see Union controlling the tempo, playing a very possessive game, and missing right there. And Holly Meyer's another one we expect to hear a lot about this year.
Absolutely.
Nice ball coming across. Owasso there, tough on their defense.
Tell you something else that I'm noticing right now, Brandon, is that just in the first drive, the way that they've spread that field out, using the whole pitch, if they continue to do that, it's going to be big trouble for Owasso tonight.
So right now you see Union in a patented 4-3-3 and Owasso in a 3-5-2, and they're off and running right there. And Owasso had a point-blank opportunity there, Brett, that snuck through the back line and just couldn't put it away.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a breakdown in center back there, slightly out of position when the ball was played. We're going to hope we don't see many more mistakes like that tonight.
Big goal kick there.
Owasso first on possession.
Owasso really showing a lot of patience in the early going here.
A little bit ambitious there, and the goalkeeper's going to clean that up. So, again, right away, even on the attack from Owasso, I'm not seeing them stretch that field out, use the whole field. You can see their outside mids pinched in quite a bit. I don't think that's going to work as well as what they want it to tonight if if Union can maintain possession.
That's Brooke Amos right there in the middle of the field and playing it up.
There's Union giving them a little bit too much space again.
That's what you
offsides.
Call offsides. So thanks for joining us here on the UnionSportsNetwork.com. I'm Brandon McCombs. He's Brett Dickey. And thanks for joining us on opening night here at the U as the Owasso comes to town. Boys game will follow at 8 p.m. Here in the area going, it just appears that Owasso is running downhill and Union's trying to run uphill.
Yeah, seeing a little bit too much space on defense. They're giving Owasso a little bit too much space to turn and figure out their next move, whether it's to run on the ball or make short passes. I think the defense will tighten up a little bit, close some of that off. They've got 4 in the back on the back line, and it seems like maybe they're coming out of shape on the final third there.
Another big goal kick. Owasso winning all of those 50-50 balls here in the early going. There seems to be a little bit of a size advantage there that Owasso has as well.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean everything, as you just saw there. A great slot ball played through. This should be a shot on goal. Oh, unlucky first touch.
So that was number 23. That's Alicia Giles, and
she's going to wish she had that one back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she showed us right there. There's no left foot.
So, Brandon, if these formations stay the same for the evening, Union with the 4-3-3 and Owasso with the 3-5-2, what does Union have to do to beat that?
Well,
they're going to have the game?
They're going to have to continue to spread this out, move the ball. You know, Union's used to playing on this pitch, you know, an 80 wide, 120 long, where, you know, over in Owasso they're playing on a football field that's extended. There's just a little bit of a difference, and when you can get that width involved and stretch this out, you'll find some more gaps that.
Well, and I think you can see the difference already with where the outside mids play and place themselves on Owasso. I think that's going to be a big difference in how this game plays out. Whether Union can find a way to pick that apart or not is yet to be seen.
So we want to say thank you for joining us here on UnionSportsNetwork.com. We want to say we've got some great sponsors this year. You're going to be hearing from them. We've got one in the box tonight with us, and you'll be hearing from them. Zio's Italian Restaurant, proud sponsor of our program here. And next time you're looking for great Italian food, head on down. Tell them you heard about them here on the Union Sports Network. All of our pregame meals provided by Zio's Italian Restaurant.
Set piece coming up, Brandon.
Brooke Amos. And
couldn't get it over the wall.
No, that hit noggin right there, and Brooke tracks it down.
Ball played across. We had numbers, none of them in the right spot.
Nobody at the top of the box.
Now the counter from Owasso. This could be trouble. And ball, I could say that would be a misplay. Not what she wanted.
No, number 17, definitely not what she wanted.
Drop kick from the keeper makes it 3/4 of the way down the field.
That was a big drop kick for a women's soccer game.
I hear down the row in the box, I think the wind might have had something to do with that.
Yeah, they're saying it might.
You think?
And right there it is, Carino. Oh!
And again.
And Carino sticks it over the top. And, boy, she's going to wish she had that one back.
Hey, that's 2 good chances that Union's had so far playing smart soccer. See more of that. Eventually that ball's going to go in the net.
Kari Carino, number 11. Phenomenal talent. And, yeah, she's going to wish she had that one back. 33 minutes to play here in the first half. And tonight is a sold-out crowd here at the U. So if you did not get a ticket, thanks for joining us here at UnionSportsNetwork.com. It is a beautiful night for soccer outside the 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Doesn't bother me sitting in this box.
Checking in for Union, number 5. That is Elena Trevino. And looks like Alicia Giles checking out.
Looks like Coach having a chat with Giles and trying to fix the finishing moves there, and hopefully when she hits the field again, she'll have a couple in the back of the net.
So it's going to be a throw-in for the Owasso Rams. Oh, they're going to give him a free kick right there.
Kick.
So far, their counters have been very, very effective. Just have not been able to finish. Both teams have had point-blank opportunities, have missed up close and personal.
Yeah, this could just as well be a 3-3 game right now.
Trying to live a little give and go. Going to be knocked out, and it's going to be on a Owasso throw-in.
Owasso with 4 up, but a large gap in the center of the field. Easy for Union to regain possession.
We're being
ball played at the top of the box. Union wants a penalty, and they might get it.
Looks like they're going to get that call right there.
I think he's got him right outside the box. Lucky enough.
So right at the top of the 18. That foul tonight on number 18. That's Emily Ackerman.
It's a dangerous spot, but they're still breathing easy, knowing that that's not going to the PK.
Getting a little bit of an explanation from the head official. Keep your arms down. It's always a dangerous play there.
Union with 2 up close. Maybe going
Tisdale
right
in the
to
box.
goal.
Oh, and Kimora Tisdale with a great play. There's Brooke
Another
Amos.
Shot, deflection.
Carino back to Amos again.
Wow.
And Amos definitely, that right there was the best position Union's had on balls coming out and coming through the box. Seems like on the other ones they're overrunning. They're not timing their runs right. And
you see that a lot,
they're
Brandon.
leaving big holes out there.
You see that a lot with they get over anxious, overrun the play, the ball comes back out, and no one there but a defense, and it usually sets up a decent counter when that happens.
And right there, Carino right there on top of it. Union trying to keep possession, losing it. Putting lots of pressure, though, here in the final third.
Also back in shape now. They fill the gap in the center. Got 3 forward now, and it's not going to make a difference. Ball out of bounds.
So the team that wants to play a little more ticky-tack tonight is going to have the advantage over the team that's playing long ball.
Yeah, there's been a few times I've watched Owasso kind of coming out of their shape across the field. They push numbers up, leave numbers back, and it creates a lot of space in the center of the field. If Union can take advantage of that and start the offense and then kick it back out and use the whole width of that field, you're going to get some service in front of the goal.
Holly Meyer on the throw-in. Trying to get it through. And number 9 for Union back there playing that good defense. That is Carly Meyer. So both Meyer sisters on the field right now.
Union again with the numbers forward. They always have their numbers forward. It's just a matter of whether that ball gets played through the way they want it.
Goalkeeper Stephanie Peref, she's got a
really
big,
surgical with that drop kick, isn't she? She
Yeah.
can put it right where she wants it. Good footwork from number 15 on Union.
Danae Hobson right there. A little
opens up a
shake
lot
and
of
bake.
space and misplays that slot just barely.
Trying to hit her friend Kari Carino and just missed her. Oh, and the linesman throws his flag, or the wind grabs it out of his hand. Looks like he went to show that, and the wind just grabbed it and took off with him. All right, so We've got Holly Meyer with another throw in. Nice play right there. Good defense. Right there's Carino.
And gives the ball right back to Owasso.
You know, I believe, Brett, that Kari Carino is going to be one of those girls that by the end of the season we're talking about how big of a star she's become.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent on this Union team, a lot of people that can make a name for themselves by the end of this season and next season going forward. Again, I watched the starting lineup that was put together, and I know what they have on the bench, and it really does show what confidence they have in players.
Back out to Carino.
Whether they start or whether they come off the bench.
Nice
Another
job.
Good footwork.
Danae Hobson right there with a nice little shake and bake.
She's got options and just can't put it together at the end.
Early in the year, not that 3 weeks of sub weather and terrain and snow and ice, and takes out the preseason, the Broken Arrow tournament that everybody looks forward to, kind of knocking that preseason jitters off, and you miss that. They went to Norman North last Friday. They lose a heartbreaker, 1-0.
Yeah, that's a tough
and you come off that 1-0 and not being able to get it in, and I think you're starting to see just a little bit of that cohesive coming together for them, and as that begins to do that, we expect to see a little bit more.
A ball in a dangerous area there. It's still maintained by Union. It's not the right ball that she wanted. Owasso having trouble with clearance. Finally gets it out.
And we have a Owasso player down. Number 13, Chloe Wilkins.
Union called for the foul. They'll have a set piece there.
Coach Wilson, our varsity men's coach, has his varsity team sitting on the opposite side of the field cheering on the
got movement across the
tonight.
field, Brandon. Top of the 18, we could have a chance here.
That was a great ball by
left foot,
Kari.
And didn't have it.
Again, Owasso with possession. Oh, they turn it over right there to Union.
Well, and
Just a
if
narrow
you'll notice, they continue to play narrow through the middle of the field. I mean, there's so much space on this pitch that's not being used, and I think it's going to be their downfall by the end of the night.
Well, so over the years, we've seen teams that come in, aren't used to the width, and they play down the middle, and it takes a little getting used to play on a field this wide.
Well, I mean, and as a coach, I mean, if you see something in the middle of that field you think you can pick apart, by all means get after it. But I don't see it here tonight.
Outside of Broken Arrow having the exact same kind of complex we have, everybody else is playing on something a little more narrow.
I've been able to watch a few high school games so far this year, and the ones that are played on those, you really see a difference when they're playing on a football field and they're still playing narrow, and those teams never have success.
That wind held that ball up. Is
playing comfortably out of the back, not in a hurry at all. Not wanting to reset, still pushing forward. They do have the numbers.
Plays it out wide that time. Still a narrow wide.
Yeah.
Plays her down into the pit. She's surrounded by
She's going to try to beat all those gray shirts. And
a little kick that just got a little off target there.
We got, looks like a dangerous play there. High kick.
Now, if you're sitting down with the parents, they call that a high kick.
High kick, hi-ya.
High kick. Those that have been around the game a long time, they go, dangerous play.
Big foot of the goalkeeper coming out to take this set piece. And she's going to put it right down the center. Great touch off the set piece. It's going to set up another offensive drive. Numbers are there.
Oh, there's Kari.
Great slot ball through. Could have been a little faster played.
She spins.
And wow.
Oh, what a shot by Kari Carino.
Brandon, she couldn't do that again if she tried.
Oh, my goodness. I just told you just a few minutes ago. Oh, and they are going to stop the clock here. And Union, just like that. I told you she's something special we're going to have to watch this year. Yeah. She definitely, and right off the bat here in the first half, she comes out, a nice little stop. That's something we're teaching in the Academy of Soccer.
And there was no doubt in her mind that wasn't going to be a pass. That was going far post. She knew it. She'd have to try that 10 times to do it again, but it worked for her this time for sure.
Well, I would imagine.
Had a nice curl on it.
It had a beautiful one. I imagine that wind helped it just a little bit. Yeah. So just like that, Union takes a 1-0 lead. And
no foul called on the play.
Beautiful shot by Kari Carino.
Yeah, and Union's going to have to remember, too, they have to deal with this wind second half. So this will be the time to start putting them in the net. We got a little over 21 more minutes to do it. And I'm wanting a few more to go back in before I go in at halftime.
Union has the Meyer girls on the back line, Kari and Holly. That's Holly Meyer pressing. Get by one sister and you got another one sitting there waiting on you. Again, thanks for joining us here on UnionSportsNetwork.com. We're at a sold-out Union U soccer facility. And
tug, push, and pull there gets a free kick. I don't think they want number 15 loose with the ball, though, the Lady Rams. So they're going to – you might see a few more of those tonight just to stop the play, kill it there.
Completely.
She's been a little bit dangerous tonight.
Want to say thank you to Case & Associates for being a proud sponsor of Union Soccer, and also to Tracy Ellis and the real estate team at Keller Williams for their great support of Union Soccer. Holly Meyer going down the wing, feeds it in.
Should be a post and pass there. That's what we got.
Shoves it down into the box, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Owasso Rams. So the goalie here is Kamora Tisdale. Has a big foot on her against that wind.
That's against the wind. That's amazing she could get it that far.
Little push in the back.
So, Brandon, what do you usually try to do as a goalkeeper when you're taking those goal kicks and trying to move the ball as far downfield as you can when you're pushing against that much wind?
Yeah, with all the new, I'm kind of amazed with all the new rules they've got with not having to leave the box, and they're just lining up and just kicking it.
Yeah.
I think you can be so much more creative in a safe way.
Wait till you get the win the next half.
And, again, you're not just going to haul off and just throw it down there. So
header wars going on. Owasso wins.
18:40 to play.
Puts it back on them. Another dangerous ball at the top of the 18.
There's Kari. She plays it back to Holly. She plays it back out, and Kari's going to create that width. Nobody chased that in. Both teams are trying to be physical tonight. That one's going to get up and over the top of Holly Meyer. Owasso chase it down into the corner.
Union with time. We'll try to beat her on the touchline and wins herself a corner.
Yeah, just like that. So make sure you don't leave us tonight at the halftime. We got a special guest, one of our new sponsors and new commentators going to be joining us. Tell us a a little bit about their sponsorship here with Union Soccer and about their business. You might have a party you might need to get to know these guys for. What a beautiful ball into the box.
And the referee looks like he sees something he didn't like. They call it dead on arrival.
That was a beautiful ball into the box, considering the wind and everything. She had a laser on that one. So there's 17 minutes to play here in the first half, and your Union ladies are on top, 1-0 on the beautiful foot of Kari Carino going far post and hit nothing but the back of the net.
Another goal kick with the win. It's won again by Owasso in the center of the field, then given back to Union.
Plays it back and just a shove up the field.
We know what's happened here before she breaks free. Does she go straight to goal?
She plays it back to Carino.
Either one of those is dangerous, Brandon.
Yeah.
Left-footed shot, can't find the near
she's
post.
about 24 out, and she just rips that with her left foot. That right there is showing you what the wind's really doing.
A cheeky ball played over the top. Gets her foot caught up and called for foul.
I believe that's number 15. That's Danae Hobson.
We've got just under 15 minutes left. I think that those two are going to work something out by the end of this half, and we're going to see another one in the back of the net pretty soon.
Yeah, so 15 minutes to play here, and Union's up. Brett, what do you I'm going to bring in right now one of our new hosts, and so Brett's going to talk with him and tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Paul Dean, how are we doing tonight?
Doing well, Brett. Thank you so much.
Paul Dean, tell us a little bit about your background and what your sponsorship, what y'all do.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, first of all, I'm the Academy Director for Blitz United Soccer Club in town, and then secondly, own Complete Event Rentals with the K. We do everything from tables, linens, chairs, lighting, centerpieces, draping, everything you can think of.
Any kind of get-together or party, you got it, right?
100%, anything you can think of.
Great. And you're going to be joining Brandon a lot more this year on the commentating side. You've definitely got the background that will make you good at it. You'll be better than me, more than likely, and I'm not afraid to admit that. What are you seeing tonight that you like? What are you seeing tonight that you don't like?
Well, let's start off with Owasso. I think, with that formation of a 3-5-2, really Owasso should have the advantage in the midfield. They should be really controlling and dominating things, trying to stretch the field. Which we're not seeing much of right now. Union is actually possessing the ball more in the midfield with far fewer players. They've got a couple of quick counterattack players on the outsides. That Danae, number 15, is an outstanding talent. I've actually coached her in the past, and she is
awesome.
Very technically sound and quick, and she'll be a very dangerous player. But Union's game plan right now is working. They're using that wind. They're using the counterattack, looking to stretch the outsides on the Owasso defense and really becoming quite dangerous with it.
Yeah, and you'd mentioned that about them stretching the field as well. And, it's kind of disappointing if you're an Owasso fan because they are winning a lot of the first touches, 50-50 balls. They can't maintain the possession. And after they lose it, the compactness that they have on that, it's – the formation that they're playing, that's not what that works well with.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not productive to play that formation and then keep it that tight.
100%. I mean, it's almost a waste.
Exactly.
They really should be maintaining possession of the ball throughout the midfield and then trying to find their opportunities going forward. But Union's just putting a lot of pressure on them, and they're doing a good job. Seems like the Union girls are a little bit more fit and taking advantage of it.
So you see advantage Union going forward so far?
So far, I think so, yeah. I mean, I think Union's executing their game plan pretty well. Owasso probably needs to turn it around. I bet Owasso, in their mind, was thinking, can we get out of the first half 0-0 or 1-0 and then hope to turn it on in the second half. What
Look at that.
Shot.
Just finds the keeper just a little bit out of position, and that's all it takes when you've got the wind like that and you chip one like that. Just a foot out of position is all it takes, and I think that's what we had happen there.
100%,
Great shot.
100%. I mean, with the wind being at 40 miles an hour, all you have to do is worry about placement. The power will come.
Well, here again, we've got this half. Union has this half with this extreme amount of wind, and you really would like to go in 3 or 4-0 at half, and then you can drop back and you can park the bus the second half and guard against the Rams with their long legs coming in the second half. Let's see if we can get another couple shoved in and make it a little bit easier on us in the second half. Paul Dean, how many years have you been with Blitz?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years of coaching. Yeah, it's been.
Say that's a little bit of experience.
Yeah, a little bit. It's been a long time, but it's been fantastic. I mean, a lot of good kids, and you get to see a lot of them now. Some of these players I've seen since they were 4 and 5 years old. So
right.
It's exciting to see them play. At this
nice
level.
to see them on the high school field.
100%.
It's the second best thing to be down there on the field with them, right?
Exactly. That's right. Now Owasso's got an opportunity if they can find it. Unfortunately,
immediately stifled again. And again, if they play that and they get their midfielders farther out wide, that slot has more of an angle and has a chance to get through. It's being a little bit too direct. It's easy to plug those holes when they're that compact.
Exactly. I mean, again, with 3 midfielders and 3 forwards for Union, I'll be honest with you. I think they're spreading the ball around way better.
Yeah,
and they're playing much wider than
with less people in the same position.
With less people. So it's advantage Union. Here comes Owasso on a run. Let's see what they do. They've got numbers up.
Nice cut back. Should have been on the one touch. Maybe not confident with the left foot there.
Yeah, unfortunately it goes wide, and it was better for Owasso, though. I think that's some of the things that they're going to have to do.
They did bring it down the line. They did have the numbers up. And, Paul Dean, they've had the numbers up there tonight on those attacks. They just struggle finding them. I see that when they do bring those numbers up, a lot of times they're playing flat. So there's only one option, and that's across the center, and it's got to get behind that Union line. Maybe if they were to stagger one of those players, it could give them a little bit more opportunity on that attack.
Absolutely. They've got to be smart about it. With 5 numbers in there, or 5 players in the midfield and 2 forwards there, they should be able to find some short passes together, especially against the wind, and find their chances from there. But unfortunately right now it's always one touch too many or one dribble too much.
Yep.
And they're just not picking their head up and finding their required players to be able to be dangerous.
You see that. Just saw another ball from Union played, and that's another wide slot with a large angle on it. The outside mid there for Union just didn't have the legs to get there, but that's another smart ball to play. That shows that they're still intent on using this whole field.
No, 100%. If there's one thing that Union's doing, it's testing that back line. They're going to put them up against it and make sure that they're letting them know that the pressure is going to be on against the wind. And as a defender, it's very difficult to defend when a ball is coming at you in the air, 40-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah.
You've got to really be able to be smart and well-positioned.
Well, we've got another dangerous set piece, and we've got a right footer on this. If you're taking this set piece, I mean, you've seen the goalkeeping out of the you've seen the goalkeeping out of Owasso tonight, and she does have herself positioned pretty well. Are you going to use the wind, and are you going to go for goal on this, or are you going to try to work something cheeky out here?
I would put that ball in a dangerous spot, which they just did.
Which they just did.
They just did. I would like to see a little bit more follow-through from Union, knowing that or just anticipating that goalkeeper possibly was going to struggle with it. I think it would have been an easy tap in.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. Nothing but white jerseys on that ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a good opportunity for Union to get one there, but they'll be okay. I think 2-0 up. Their coach and the team is feeling pretty good about themselves going in the second half.
You know, I'm anxious to see what that goalkeeper's foot looks like with the wind next half, because she's able to move that ball up the field pretty well against the wind. That's going to be a dangerous tool next half. I hope Union's ready for it.
Absolutely. Here's Owasso with a little bit of a build-up.
Ball played down the line.
They're playing a little bit too predictable. You know, again, with their numbers, I hate to go back to it over and over again, but with their numbers, they should really be trying to stretch the field. And
well, we're looking at this last attempt here before the ball ran out of bounds, is playing straight balls down the line. If the Owasso forward maybe could find the next channel over to run through and play a little more angle on that, just to catch one defender off their toes, they might have more success as well.
Absolutely. Once again, a little bit more of a wide pass. Here we go. Now
driving in, this could be trouble.
Once again, that
easily erased.
One touch too many. They've got to get that ball in the midfield.
So what do you do on that? You know, you beat your player, you get your half step. That ball's got to be cut back immediately to the top of the 6, between the 6 and the PK. And if you're Owasso, you should have 1-2 people standing there waiting for it.
100%. Once she rounds that player, that defender, she's got to play that ball in for that run to be worth it. Otherwise, it's just wasted. They're going to get a corner out of it.
Another hard, low-driven corner. Easily cleared out. Not much of a counter going. The numbers are still back. Time for Union to reset.
I did like the fact that Union was putting a decent amount of pressure on that ball, making sure that Owasso just didn't have time to be able to play with it and put it back into a dangerous spot. Owasso looking for a pass. Someone to throw the ball into, and once again, straight back into Union's hands. Yeah, and once again, just really trying to force that ball into one side. They've been predominantly attacking, and when I say they, Owasso, they've been trying to predominantly attack down this right-hand side.
And they like to carry it deep down the side. I mean, to me, earlier service would probably serve them better.
Absolutely. Now let's see if they can pick something out once again, straight in.
See, there's a great slot ball with nobody on the other end to receive.
Oh, a little bit of danger. So, I mean, not the best of passes. It was actually a pretty good pass without really meaning to do it, and Owasso came up with the corner out of it.
Well, it shows that the angle that they played
100%.
on that 2 channels over and not trying to use the same channel all the way down. You know, hopefully they don't see, hopefully for Union's sake, they don't see how that can help them, and they continue to try what's not working for them.
Absolutely. Another corner for Owasso. Let's see what happens here. Good clearance by
Again,
Union.
easy clearance. Not much trouble there.
And here goes Danae. Let's see if she can get on top of the ball.
Rough challenge. She doesn't win this time. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, strong little player. She's going to
look at her again, standing her player up, making it, just staying composed, making the easy pass, not trying to force anything.
Well done. Can we find a switch?
Now she's overlapping. Up.
There we go. Finally, it's probably one of the first passes that I've seen from Owasso
field switch,
to try
yes.
to switch it.
Yeah.
And once again, it opens up the game for them. Now, if they can stay a little bit patient, which they are,
and they have the numbers.
100%. Now they're starting to get into a dangerous position. Now they're being a little bit more smart.
You see both forwards set up in different channels this time, which is something they have not been doing. And then we have a shot on goal. I feel like that was a waste because finally they had it set the way that they wanted it to be.
I completely agree with you. I mean, I think they were being smart there. Owasso right now has to understand that there is a long game going on here. That's a great kick again.
And again, it's that drop kick. That's something I've seen goalkeepers that are goalkeepers for years that can't even halfway do a drop kick.
No, I mean that was
it
another
is something to master. Yeah,
probably, and I'm just sitting here. She can probably kick the ball better than I can.
They need to put her on the football team.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, it was fantastic.
She doesn't even need to come to the top of the box either. Why?
Union with a corner here. They can get the ball.
We have Kari Carino on the corner, and it's, again, with this wind, this is going to be dangerous. This is something that is going to force that ball right on frame. inside of 3 minutes here. If Union's going to try to get another one, it's got to be done pretty quickly. Here comes the kick. Great ball, a little bit too deep, and there's the wind again working against them. It looked good coming off the foot until the wind got a hold of it.
Yeah, I think Union's right now feeling real comfortable with themselves. Once again, we were talking a minute ago about Owasso. Owasso just really has to stay patient. It looks like with every attempt they're playing very much of a catch-up game, and they just have to understand that they've got time.
Oh, this game is definitely far from over. A lot of stuff can change.
Good attempt here, 1v1. And well done by the
Well
Union
done on
defender.
the defense. Good to give them a corner on that. I'll take that every time. That's
100%.
well defended. There's not much else you can do with that ball.
That defender did an excellent job of butting up that forward, making sure that she didn't have time and space to be able
No
to take that
fouls.
shot.
I mean, that's not where you
100%.
want to foul going into the second half and giving them a free PK. Owasso setting up for a corner. They've had a couple of good ones tonight. They've been driving the ball low, trying to go near. This one, quite
Good
the
ball.
opposite. Good header. And she did everything she could with that header. The ball was down. She didn't get underneath of it. She headed it down to the ground. That's what you want. It's tricky for goalkeepers to pick up on the bounce, but it just went straight to her.
Absolutely.
Not much you could do about that.
Yeah, the only one disadvantage that she had was she was going away from goal and on her back foot, and it's very difficult to snap a strong header back in across the
Yeah, we
goal.
talk about overrunning those plays earlier, and this is another one that's so difficult with the wind because you make that run thinking that ball's going to curl in, and the wind just catches it, holds it up, and you've already overrun it.
Absolutely. Free kick for Owasso here.
Under a minute. If Owasso's going to do some damage, they need to do it now.
Owasso having to go all the way back with Union pressuring the ball. Once again, they just have to be patient. Even though there's 30 seconds left, they need to just focus and create a good opportunity for themselves. And unfortunately, Union's on the run again.
Union doesn't have the numbers that they would like to see, but they have dangerous people up there, and sometimes
Absolutely.
it's only one, and that's all you need. Time winding down.
Owasso struggling to clear the ball.
Now Union with the numbers up.
And a shot from
that-
Union to end the half.
And that's going to do it for the half. All tied up. It's Union 2, Owasso 0. Go grab your favorite snacks. And don't go anywhere. You're watching the UnionSportsNetwork.com. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with our halftime show. And for the second half, thanks again for joining us. I'm Brandon McCombs. He's Brett Dickey. And you're watching on UnionSportsNetwork.com.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
All right, welcome back to the halftime here at Varsity Soccer here at the U, and your Union Soccer is up 2-0 over the Owasso Rams. I'm Brandon McCombs, and I'm with my good friend Paul Dean. And Paul Dean, great to have you. Good break in there with Brett, getting going, and we're glad to have you be part of the Union team here this year.
Thank you so much, Brandon. It's a pleasure being here and looking forward to a great season, seeing these girls and boys play and have a successful season.
All right. So, I came to you and talked to you about coming and being one of the supporters here of Union Soccer. And you got a great business that's joined and kind of partnered alongside Union and Complete Event Rentals.
Complete Event Rentals.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So we do everything from tables, linens, chairs, centerpieces, everything you can think of. We do it for all different events, and we're really excited to step into a new year and hopefully a COVID-free year.
All
if
right,
we can get
fantastic.
to that point at some point.
So it's any event you got going.
Anything, weddings, charity events, corporate events, all different
Mom
kinds.
and Dad's 50th wedding
Everything.
anniversary.
Anything
The
you can think of.
25th, and next year I'm going to be married 25 years.
Perfect. You need a party.
I need to do a party.
That's right, exactly.
So, hey, let me say on behalf of everybody at Union Soccer, thanks for partnering with us and being part of the Union family here.
Our pleasure.
You've been around soccer your whole life.
Absolutely,
And been coaching in the Tulsa area a long time.
Coaching
and
for
you
10
grew
years,
up.
playing besides that. So, soccer's in my blood and been around it from the get-go.
So there's a lot of these boys and girls that we're going to see tonight that you know personally.
Absolutely. I just like we were talking about in the first half, Danae, number 15 for Union, just a fantastic player. She's always been a very crafty individual, and she's got fantastic skill and speed, and you can see it.
Yeah,
really coming to fruition and helping out the team.
So Union got off to an early good goal there by Kari Carino, and a beautiful little pulled back right on that line and hit a far post, and it looked like the wind did the rest with it to throw it in that side net.
Absolutely. I think she did a fantastic job. Really, Union, I think, executed their plan for the first half perfectly.
So you saw Union come out in their patented 4-3-3. Owasso coming out in that 3-5-2, and were you surprised to see the way Union was able to dominate the midfield, knowing that Owasso had the numbers?
I was completely. I think Owasso should have been a little bit more patient, dominant in their possession. Union seems to have a little bit more athleticism and looking to run and counter. And Union just had a fantastic first half, and I'm sure they'll be looking to execute the same way in the second half.
All right, so Owasso with the kickoff, going with the win now, and it is gusting here at a sold-out stadium tonight here at the U. Gusting around 40 miles an hour, and that ball will be doing some wicked. Do you expect that wind to play a factor here in the second half?
100%. Some of the keys that I think Owasso will need to do is really maintain possession of the ball, be patient in the game, and then try it out from distance. That's what Union did, and they were successful with it. Like you said, 40-mile-an-hour wind is it puts a lot of power behind that ball.
Yeah, it definitely does, and that's going to be out again. And right off the bat, Owasso's moved it down into the final third, and they're going to be a corner kick for the Lady Rams right now. Again, thanks for joining us here on the UnionSportsNetwork.com. I'm Brandon McCombs, and tell us your last name one more time.
Cotabande.
Paul Dean Cotabande, live and in the house, and we are glad to have him part of the Union family. And that was a dangerous ball. Good stop there by the goalkeeper. Oh, and another dangerous ball. And right now you're seeing that wind definitely playing a factor. Dangerous balls
there.
coming in. We didn't see that many in the first half.
No, I think, Owasso went into the half thinking to themselves, we've got to get dangerous and we've got to test the goalkeeper in the second half, much like Union did Owasso's keeper in the first. So there's more to come.
Goalkeeper ready to play the free kick. Looks like we're going to get a handball right there, and Union's going to have another free kick.
Union's got to be very effective in the second half. They've got to be clinical. Their chances are, are going to come, but they're going to come every once in a while just because they're coming against the wind. And if Owasso pushes and presses numbers up, they're going to have a real good opportunity to counter and take advantage of it.
Union did a great job in the first half keeping their shape,
Here comes
playing
Union.
their style of game.
Absolutely.
There's
Yep.
Hobson again, and Hobson was a big force there in the first half.
She's been probably the most dangerous player on the field, in my opinion, and I think she's going to continue to do so. She's very crafty on the 1v1s, and she, drew a foul there outside of the box.
So we're talking about number 15, Danae Hobson. She's a sophomore. Looks like this is probably Brooke Amos. A long way over there. Getting the wall set. Union struggled in the early going, finding people at the top of the box on balls going through and nobody being there. So see how they've adjusted here.
Good low ball, unfortunately out of bounds.
Trying to get a little creative there. So we're about 4 minutes in here in the second half. Your Union is up 2-0 on Owasso. And a beautiful Tuesday night, opening night here at the U. Paul Dean Cotabande, and I'm Brandon McCombs. I want to have fun all year with your last
I
name,
imagine,
dude.
man.
I mean, I don't know
glad
how
you
long
like
we've been
it.
friends, but I don't know that I've ever known how to say your last name.
Hey, well, now we know.
So
and
now we know, and I'm
you
going to have
keep
fun with
saying
it.
over and over again.
There you go. Owasso on the counter.
Once again, Owasso really pressing. They've got to be patient. See if they can control the ball a little bit. To be honest with you, it's Brandon. I don't know if you see it or not, but I'm starting to see a little bit of a change in formation out of Union. Almost seems like they've only got 2 players up front. Let's just see after this corner or after this free kick if that's the case.
Maybe getting a little bit. So one of the things Coach Roselle said pregame was we like to play variant formations, and you're going to see a lot of different looks from us.
Absolutely, and that's smart. I mean, I think you've got to adjust based off your opponent and based off of what they give you.
So Owasso's going to have a corner kick, and here in the first 5 minutes, it has been all Owasso here in the early going, as that wind is definitely a factor, with it gusting up to 40 miles an hour here at the U.
Yeah, like we spoke about, Union's chances are going to be few and far between, but they've really got to make them count. If they can snag another goal, I think they'll be doing well. Owasso with the big ball, back post.
Oh, and there it is. A little pinball action, and the Owasso Rams knock one home with 34 minutes to play here in the game. They cut into the lead 2-1.
That's the most amount of confidence that I've seen out of the Owasso group since the start of the game. They really took advantage of it. It was probably the best corner that they've had as well, and made it count.
So good coaching there to get them to play the ball back into the box to create more opportunity versus trying just to knock one at the goalie.
Absolutely. Union's being a little bit patient in the possession in the back. See if they can take advantage of them.
And it looks like they are. It looks like, Paul Dean, they're staying in that 4-3-3.
Yeah, they've came back. That was just off of a free kick that I saw them drop back. But honestly, in this type of situation, I wouldn't mind them dropping to a 4-4-2 just to be able to gain some more possession in the midfield.
Again, Owasso trying to take advantage, and you saw another one pop from long distance there. A really good punt into that wind.
There goes Danae again. Very dangerous. I mean, she had 2 players on her, and she just continues to be very dangerous. Drawing a yellow card from Owasso's player.
That's going to create a sub there. She's going to make her way over. the one rule in high school soccer that makes me laugh. Get a yellow and go to the bench.
Go to the bench. Go to timeout.
That goal was on number 17 for the Owasso. That is number 13, excuse me, Chloe Wilkins, number 13 for Owasso. Chloe Wilkins knocks that one in to cut the lead 2-1.
Owasso with the clearance.
There is a whole different vibe to Owasso here in the second half than there was in the first.
100%. I think Owasso is playing with more confidence. I'm sure a halftime talk was to really influence the game and bring their style to it, and they look a lot more confident. And I don't know if the factor of that and the 40-mile-an-hour wind at their backs or not.
Definitely something happened at halftime. I always say a 2-0 lead is one of the dangerous leads you can play with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think what you don't want to do is get too comfortable, and unfortunately at that lead you see that happen more and more. And Union just needs to get their footing down and relax. You can see them a little bit stressed out from the goal, and it's real important to take the next 5-10 minutes to really regain their footing in the game. Good ball forward. Dangerous back pass.
There's Carino.
Unfortunately, too high. Good attempt, though, by Union. I think that's the type of things that they need to do.
Yeah, definitely got some momentum running downhill that time. Helped that the ball played back to the goalie, caused her to have to rush and make an errant pass.
Absolutely.
Goal kick from Tisdale. And right now, the first half, Owasso was not winning 50-50 balls. And here in the second half, they are winning everything.
Yeah, they've come out with a level of aggression that was not seen at all in the first half. And that is leading to them having some success here in the second half. Union's now got to match that and make sure that they can create some good opportunities from it. Ooh, almost.
She about brought rain last time with how high she hit that ball.
Oh, boy. At this point, I think anybody that kicks it with 40-mile-an-hour wind at their back is going to go pretty far.
Yep.
Good ball.
And again, Owasso winning that 50-50 ball right there. This is a tell of two halves right now. Charles Dickens would be impressed.
Absolutely. It's some of the things that we talked about in the first half was to, really take advantage of their numbers in the midfield, stretch the game, and you're starting to see Owasso do that, which is leading to success. Union now has to make sure that they maintain possession of the ball. They've got to find each other's feet and make sure that they can not give it up real easily.
So Union makes a sub. That's number 23. Alicia Giles checks into the game. 30 minutes to play.
See what Owasso does off this throw-in.
This is when I like to throw it right into the box.
Absolutely. Back pass.
Oh, it's a good thing that was called offsides.
Yep, absolutely.
She got right in the middle of those two center backs, and they kind of lost sight of her.
If she wasn't offside, she was in on goal. Union just really got to be careful here in these next 5-10 minutes. They've got to control the game a little bit more.
Nothing getting through right now on Owasso.
Good. A little bit more patient build up out of Union. Just why I say that. They blasted. Curse of the commentator.
Waiting for that nice patience, and boom, there it goes.
Yeah.
There's Raquel Finelli. Back over to Kari Carino.
Good little switch.
Up to Hobson.
Good. Stay patient. There you go. She's going to take a hit. Why not?
She's about 24 out when she rips that one, and right to the goalie.
One thing that I'm noticing there is that Owasso is playing off the Union players a little bit when they get in that final third, and Union's just got to catch on to that. Oh, Owasso with a turn. Look. Oh.
Good battle there in the box, and Union's going to give up a corner kick again.
See what happens on this corner kick. This is almost an ideal situation or identical situation to what happened with the first goal. So Union's got to be prepared, make sure that they're getting that ball out of the box as soon as it comes in.
I want to say thanks for joining us here on UnionSportsNetwork.com. Corner kick in.
Dangerous ball.
Oh,
once
and
again.
it came through very
Goodness.
dangerous, and
Wow.
goalie picks that one up. Good job, Stephanie.
Union really struggling to defend those corners right now.
So we saw that last ball that was played in, and Savannah Green, the center back, she's up on her. What does she got to do to keep her from being able to turn and get gone like she did on that last turn?
You know, I think one of the biggest things is even before the ball gets to her, she's got to read the game, and then she's got to position her body in a way that makes sure that she's not giving any space and time for that player to be able to turn and take that hit. Union's just got to show a little bit more confidence. I mean, I think let's hold on real quick. Good counter here by Union.
And Kari sticks it just a little too far.
Yeah, but they had a tremendous amount of confidence in that first half, playing the counter game, and they've got to kind of get back to that. You know, that goal kind of shook them a little bit, but they need to regain their composure and get settled back into the game.
So we got about 26 minutes to play. Union holding on to the 2-1 lead on 2 goals in the first half, and a win definitely playing a factor here. Owasso is struck here in the second off a corner kick. Meyer girls still playing hard back there on that side. It's Carly Meyer and Holly Meyer.
You got to get through the whole family before you score on that side.
That's exactly right. And then the other back is Savannah Green and then Andrea Riviera. Andrea Rivera on the right side, and Savannah Green is the right center back.
Union with the win there. Now they've got an opportunity to counter. Can they be able to do it?
They
There
move
goes
Hobson
Danae.
over to this side, and she got free. She's going to stick it through, and just a little off pace there. Raquel definitely wanted to cut that back in and just lost her footing.
You can definitely see Owasso playing with a lot more confidence. Can they find that switch? They looked for it.
Owasso done a lot better keeping their shape here in the second half.
Absolutely.
I don't think Hobson thought that was going to get there.
No, that was a good play by the defender. You know, didn't give her any time, and a lot of forwards, you see that in games, will wait for the ball instead of chasing it down and winning it. And that defender read it and got to it before the forward did.
Union trying to find something to get it going, and they are struggling to kind of find that tempo and that rhythm and that they just had in the first half, and they just haven't found it here.
Absolutely, Brandon. I mean, I think their play has been a little bit choppy. They need to really get some flow to their game, and I agree with you. I mean, I think it's it's a completely different game now from what we saw in the first half.
Thanks to our sponsors, Zio's, for our pregame meal. They do a great job feeding all the soccer players. Next time you're in for an Italian feast, go look them up and let them know you heard about it here on UnionSportsNetwork.com. Giles back over to Hobson.
You can tell Union's main attacking option is Hobson. They are going to her almost every time that they go up that field.
Yeah, well, you're seeing they're finding her by moving sides of the pitch.
Absolutely.
She was on the left in the first. Now she's over here on the right, and seems like they've dropped Kari Carino back. She was pressed a little higher to start the game, and now she's back more into the center mid.
Strong tackle there from Union.
Brooke Amos did a great job just muscling her off the field.
Absolutely. Now there seems to be a little bit more of a rhythm for Union.
Yeah, they're stringing together a few passes there.
There we go. Once again to Danae. 1v1 opportunity, great ball.
Oh, nobody there. And Carino's going to track that down, see if they can hit reset on it. And that's going to be out of bounds. But that was the first time in the second half we've seen them string together more than one or two passes.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, I'll be interested to see as the half progresses what the reasoning was for Danae switching sides. But I think it's worked. Maybe they see a matchup. The coaches saw a matchup advantage there. And so far it's looking pretty good for them. Be interesting to see how Owasso reacts. Drop kick without the 40-mile-an-hour wind.
She's still getting it out there.
Absolutely, almost to midfield.
22 minutes to play. And, again, thanks to our sponsors, Case & Associates, Ellis Real Estate Team, Tracy Ellison's team. Next time you're looking for a home, look up Tracy Ellis and say thank you. 25 is checking into the game for Owasso, and it looks like Raquel Finelli's coming out, and her husband, we know from all the refereeing days.
Absolutely.
One of the
we know everybody. It seems like everybody's kid's playing in this game.
Yes.
Good build up there from Owasso.
Yeah, that was nice. The ball goes out, and it's going to be right there. You see the Union boys getting warmed up with 20 minutes to play in this game. So varsity boys, Coach Michael Wilson starting his fourth year into his quest. Went to Norman North last Friday night and took down Norman North 3-1 on the road. Had to be happy. He's got a young team, lots of sophomores, juniors.
Makes that win even more impressive.
And some freshmen. And he's excited to see the future of Union moving forward in the next few years.
Oh, another dangerous situation. Once again, Union.
That one, you saw the wind hold it up and throw it right at that near post.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's a lot of dangerous balls being played off the corners for Owasso. Union's just got to do a little bit of better job of clearance. Oof. Back to that front post once again.
And right now that goalie is Stephanie Peref, and she is struggling to grab those on that front post.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic in there. She's really got to start commanding our area. Win that ball, and the defender's have to help her out too. Oof, to that near post.
Oh, and a great job there. Kicks it back out, plays it back into the box. Another clearing. Finally gets it over. Giles tried to track that down. She wins it. Plays it back over. Union throws it back forward. Just a little too far as they lose possession. Giles pulls it back.
You can start seeing Union growing in confidence as the second half goes on. I think they kind of handle the pressure, and they're understanding that they really.
Oh, and that's going to be a foul. As Andrea Rivera comes up, and she gets leveled.
Dangerous spot here.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous spot, especially with the wind. You don't know what's going to do with it. So that'll be an interesting situation here. You see Union has checked in. That is number 22, Amaka Itumador, has checked into the game. And Kari Carino, she goes on this.
I'd like to see a ball being dropped right at the top of the 6.
Let's see if Kari hears you. Hand up, she approaches. She throws it with a nice little bend on it, almost too far. That's Amaka Itumador on the ball. She tries to stick it across, and she's hit player. And that's going to be out. Hey, the next time you got a party rental, you got a gathering, you need something to pull it all together, who should they call?
Complete Event Rentals.
Complete
Brandon.
Event Rentals.
Yeah,
And
give us a call. Check out our website. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram.
that's Complete with a K.
Complete with a K.
Proud sponsor of Union Soccer. And I tell you, our sponsorships are growing, and it's great to be part of the Union family, seeing that. Imaka tried the combination, came up a little short. Savannah Green running it down, kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be an Owasso throw-in. 17:40 to play. Union holding on to a 2-1 lead. And that's what it feels like, doesn't it? It feels like they're holding it.
100%.
It's not like they're in control anymore.
No. I mean, I think, long shot. Straight at the keeper, luckily. You know, I think right now Owasso's best attempts are coming from corners. Those set pieces are have been quite dangerous for them. Union really has to get back up the field and put one in. I think 2-1's just not going to win this game. You gotta get that third goal to kind of finish it out, because Owasso's just going to be knocking on that door the rest of the half.
Yeah, this is definitely one you don't want to see go into extra time or into penalty kicks.
Absolutely.
That's Holly Meyer getting ready for the throw-in. "16 minutes to play." I'm Brandon McCombs, and he is Paul Dean
Kodabonde.
And one of these days, I'm going to get that right. I'm just going to have to say it enough. So, Paul Dean, and I'm Brandon, and you're watching on UnionSportsNetwork.com. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully it's warm, cozy inside. And a beautiful night here at the U on a windy night, which is opening night.
Union with the good build up there. Let's see what they can do with this. Good ball. Dangerous. Oh.
And that ball's trying to squeak through there like a little pinball machine. It's just not making it.
Yeah, they were attempting to try to play that ball back across the box, but unfortunately it didn't work out.
You know, one thing that we've really struggled to see from either team tonight is really the switching, using their midfield and just pulling the ball from one side to the other, trying to create some width or, catch them back on the weak side. Everything seems to be going down the middle or down the side they're on. Not a lot of switching of the field.
No, 100%. I mean, I think, you're seeing a lot of it. I think Owasso is really struggling right now because that's what led to their success at the first part of the second half. They just switched it there, and unfortunately a bad touch. Unlucky there. But, they're really going and struggling now, so that they need to get back to that play. They need to get back to switching.
So as clock continues to run and we're inside 15 minutes to play, conditioning here is really going to start to take a hold too, as you don't see either team playing a huge amount of players. Definitely seems like they've each gotten about 5 or 6 subs in.
Yeah, they're really going to have to contested. It'll be interesting to see how many subs come in and out of the game, and then what kind of effect that has on the game. Coaches right now are probably heavily in discussion about who's going to come in and who's not, weighing out their options, and I think it looks good.
Goalkeeper Stephanie Peref getting ready for the goal kick. 14 minutes exactly to play. Union 2, Owasso 1.
I think the momentum has shifted, though. Union had to ride that first 15, 20 minutes of the game, and now you can see that they're kind of ascending into the game. Good attempt here.
Giles with a nice post up. Plays it back to Amos. Over to Kari Carino, and that's what you want right there.
100%. Let's see if they can finish it.
Oh, and just got loose. That's going to be a corner kick.
Corner kick.
I would think Union would like their chances, whether it's Hobson or Carino running at the defense. That's got to get your blood pumping.
Definitely. I mean, I think those are their two main technical attacking threats. I think they are, you saw that beginning of that second half was mainly to Hobson, and now Carino is really just coming in and taking over. Nice to have two quality players on the outsides.
Kari Carino now with the corner.
Great header.
Oh.
Unlucky.
That was Brooke Amos on that, and over to Amaka Itumador.
Owasso on the counter. Unfortunately, it's a little too far. That was a very dangerous situation there for Union. They almost pulled out a goal.
So we've seen that from both sides tonight. Lots of dangerous situations on set pieces, mainly on corners, versus just the free flow and run of the mill of the game.
Yeah, set pieces I think are with the wind and everything that's going on early in the season. You probably see teams that are not super disciplined on their set pieces and with their defending, and you're seeing that be a big advantage for the attacking team.
Back to Itumador let that go, and nobody there.
Owasso at the counter now. Well done by Union.
It's a switch. Last year I was used to seeing Amaka in that center defensive role, and now she's moved up into the midfield. She's definitely going to be a force in the middle.
Sure, absolutely. See a lot of different great shot.
That was dangerous, and that was a deep threat.
Very dangerous. It's interesting. I've got one of the key points for Owasso is to test the keeper from distance, and one of the key things for Union is to limit those chances. So we saw why right there.
Lauren Hofer right there with a beautiful shot, and man, that had a lot of mustard and relish on it.
Also being a little bit more patient. You can see the momentum in the game shift. Now Union with the counter. Can they take advantage of it?
Oh, there's Hobson. That came from Carino. She's in the box.
Dangerous.
Oh, beautiful
ball.
box that beat the.
A little too far. Great run.
I think that's exactly what Coach Roselle's got to be drawing up is get that running, get that out wide, get it back. And when that beat Tisdale there on the near post, a good defensive play there by the Rams.
100%. I mean, I think you can see the Union team ready to counter. They did an excellent job of it there. Unfortunately, Owasso cleared out that last cross that could have potentially been a goal if it had gone in.
Again, just great patience and
dangerous ball. Well done by the keeper.
Both pop up and incidental contact. We are inside 10 minutes to play now. We're at 9:30. Union holding on to a 2-1 lead here on UnionSportsNetwork.com. I'm Brandon. He's Paul Dean. And you could be anywhere, but you chose to be with us here tonight. What a great way to spend Tuesday night.
Absolutely. We're enjoying the game, enjoying the weather outside of the 40-mile-an-hour winds. It's been a great game so far.
We may have to talk to Travis Meyer about that.
Yeah. Owasso with an attempt here. They get it out wide. Oof. Dangerous ball.
Oh, hit the crossbar. What a beautiful shot.
Wow.
Not what you want. Another attempt. That one's blocked. Union dodged a bullet.
Can they put Dene in? Unfortunately, it goes straight to Owasso's defender.
Giles tried to squeak that through, and it just didn't get there. Good job by Holly Meyer.
Union's got to settle the game. They got to remember in the back of their mind they're up 2-1.
There's Giles. Hobson makes that slant run, and there's Amaka Itumador picking it up right there. That's going to stay in all the way down, and it looks like a little inertia momentum is going to take that out of play.
Absolutely. I'd like to see Union there to really slow down the game. They've got a 2-1 lead with little under 8 minutes to play. And
yeah, because they dodged a big bullet on that last one, hit the crossbar, and that thing was traveling.
That was coming down pretty quickly, just inches away from being a goal.
So Raquel Finelli's back in the game, and that's going to be out
for a goal kick there.
So we are right at 7 minutes to play. Owasso with another sub coming in. If you're Union, this is where you really start to take your time, try to milk the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a little under 7 minutes to play, you've got to do a good job of possessing this ball, limiting Owasso's chances. Owasso with an opportunity here.
That's going to be dangerous.
Oh. Ooh. Took a deflection, could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, if that travels a little right, that's definitely not what you want.
Absolutely.
Union very solid at the starting keeper tonight. There goes Hobson.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a little too far with their touch. See if Union can kind of kill off this game.
That was nice triangular passing there. And clear that out, and that's going to take 10 seconds off the clock right there.
Owasso's got to really look for this switch to be able to be dangerous.
Start to think about any time that ball goes and gets knocked out, it takes about 30 seconds off the clock after they go chase it down.
Ian right now is trying to, anytime they kick it out of bounds, it's going down the street just to make sure that they can waste as much time as possible. Every free kick's going to take about 10 minutes.
Definitely think both coaches will be stressing first touch.
Absolutely. Great shot by Dene. Great save. Keeper's on top of it. Well done by the keeper.
Tisdale comes out and just hoovers that one straight up. That's Kamora Tisdale, the goalie.
Owasso looking to counter.
Yeah, they're running at him again. Savannah Green, nice job. Clearance. Giles tries to body her. Going to lose that and get the foul, and they're going to have a free kick right at 4 minutes to play.
This would be a dangerous opportunity for Owasso. Union's really got to defend it well. I imagine they're going to drop it right in the middle of that box if they can get it there.
Giles backs up into the hole there.
Oof, dangerous ball. Goal.
No, and they did it right there. There was nobody home, and that is going to tie it up with 3:26 to play. And Paul Dean, you can't ask for a better free kick.
No, that was fantastic. There seems to be a little conversation going on with the center and the linesman. Let's hold on and see what's going on there for a second. A little bit of a discussion. Possible offsides, possible handball, foul.
Yeah, well, if this goal stands, it'll be number 13. That'll be her second goal.
It's looking like it's coming back. The Union team has brought the ball all the way back, waiting on the referee to call it.
He called it a goal.
It's a goal. Goal for Owasso. But, no, absolutely, Brandon. That free kick was fantastic. It's exactly where I thought they'd play it to, and Union struggled to defend for corners and all set pieces, and we talked about it. 2-1, 2-0, dangerous score lines. I didn't think the 2-1 was going to win the game for them, and unfortunately with about 3.5 left, they're going to need to find that third goal.
And that's the second goal of the night for Chloe Wilkins.
Yeah, she's done well. We actually know her dad too, Kevin Wilkins.
Yep. Another ball played in, Meyer. Yeah, if you're Union, you've got to find a way to get Hobson and Carino rolling again here in the final 3 minutes to try to knock one, at least to get an opportunity.
They've been their main threats, absolutely. I think that they will be the go-tos if something's going to happen for Union, and we'll see if they can do it in these final 3 minutes. Hobson with the ball. Good turn.
She got her turned.
Yep, absolutely.
There, over to Amos. She had a nice goal in the first half.
Ooh.
2:25 to play.
Big punt coming out. Also starting to get some numbers. Oh,
she got
unfortunately,
through.
A couple of bad tackles.
She held on to it way too long, though.
Well done by the defender to shield off the attacking player for a goal kick.
We might be in for some bonus soccer tonight.
I think we are.
Finelli with a little shielding there that got her the ball, and it is going to be a Owasso throw-in with 1:40 on the clock.
Very much like the set pieces, Union's got to defend well.
That is kicked out. So make sure you don't go anywhere. If the final 1:30 stays this way, we'll go into overtime. Owasso was down 2-0 in the first half. They fought back. The wind has definitely been a factor.
Big throw in there for Owasso. They're going to swing it all the way back. Another dangerous ball. Oof. Just across the goal.
Very dangerous.
Goal kick for Union.
You know, playing on that turf like that, that ball can kind of skip and it really becomes unpredictable.
Absolutely. It will skip all different directions as well. Very unpredictable.
Union looks like they just want to get to overtime here. Owasso wants to get another opportunity to. That's going to be way too far. That's going to be another throw-in or a goal kick.
If Union's smart, they'll just take another 15 seconds to take this goal kick and take this game into overtime. No rush here. Goalkeeper seems to be running for some reason. And overtime it is.
All right, well, that's going to do it, and they're going to be going to overtime. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here with us. Owasso and Union all tied up at 2 as the scoring got started with Josie Carino in the first half with a beautiful far post side net, followed up by Brooke Amos going in at 2-0 at half, and then Chloe Wilkins. What can we say about Chloe here from the Owasso Rams? She showed up second half, and she's brought her A game.
Chloe's really been doing an excellent job of following up on those rebounds off those set pieces. Both goals came off the set pieces, and she's just been very aware of what's going on and put her team back in the game.
All right. He is Pauline Kodabande. I am Brandon McCombs, and you are watching on UnionSportsNetwork.com. Say a shout out to our producer, Mr. Andy Irwin. He always makes us sound great. Our camera guys, and a wonderful job there. We appreciate all the work those guys. They're up there. They are bundled up. That wind is blowing, and they are getting it going. So we'll see if we're going to the 2-5 minutes or if we're going straight to PKs. So really the wind, but not just the wind was the tell of the two halves, but just possession and playing within themselves. And it seemed, whether the wind blowing in your face like that is throwing off or becomes more psychological, it becomes one of those that, it definitely was something that they had to mess with.
It is very challenging when you're playing against the wind as a defender, especially on set pieces, which, again, brought Owasso back in the game. But I think, you're seeing a difference in style of two halves, and Owasso really asserted themselves a lot more in that second half.
All right, so we're going straight to penalty kicks, and there's been a lot of games so far here in 6A soccer, both on the men's and women's side, that have gone to penalty kicks to start this season.
I got to tell you, Brandon, I hate PKs. Doesn't matter how hard you play.
So do you ever feel like you're at the casino and it's just a roll of the dice, right?
Absolutely. It's very much a game of luck. Really, the PKs, you could be the better team and come out on the wrong end.
Out. So both teams played very difficult game tonight. In the first half, Owasso struggled. Second half, Union struggled. Going in here to the PKs, you have to say momentum is with Owasso. But like you said, anything can happen.
Absolutely. And it's interesting the side that they picked for the PKs as well. They picked the side that is advantageous for the for the kicking player because they're going with the wind.
Well, and, it's also the side. It's the north side of the field, and it's the side that looks – in on the building and the locker rooms, and there's fans out there.
Absolutely.
Definitely the noisy side.
A lot of distractions.
So there. Union is going to kick second. Owasso up first. Number 25. This is Wilson.
Well done.
And
low into the corner.
That had a lot of power on it.
It did. Yeah, she knew exactly where she wanted to go. Keeper guessed the right way, but a little bit too accurate and too strong for the keeper.
So this looks like number 7, Brooke Amos. Brooke puts the ball down. Do you have a strategy when you're taking a PK?
You know, to be honest with you, I try to keep everything low. The worst thing you can do is try to go high just because of the fact that it could just go over the goal. You could hit it wrong.
So I always tell the teams I coach, pick a side before you get there
100%.
and don't change it.
Yep,
Even if the goalie goes and stands there, don't change it.
absolutely.
Be decisive and trust your technique and trust your foot.
We see a lot of different run-ups to the game as well nowadays on penalties. People slowing down, speeding up, and trying to find some variation to their run-up.
All tied up 3-3.
Oof.
Oh, another guess correctly, but that one got by. And, again, Owasso's hitting them with a lot of gusto.
Absolutely. That was a great read by the goalkeeper. Just a little too far and a little too hard to the corner.
So Owasso takes the lead, 4-3.
Is that Danae?
And so coming up here, number 15.
Yep, that's Danae.
So Danae Hobson.
Oh, unfortunate.
And that stop was Kimura Tisdale, and she guessed correctly and with a kick save. And that's disappointing for Hobson because she had a fantastic night on the pitch.
It is. It's just like we discussed, though, before the PKs. It's very difficult. I mean, Danae's had a fantastic game, but unfortunately her penalty was not as accurate and strong as it needed to be. Good guess by the goalkeeper and good save.
Amelia Senor. Owasso up 4-3. It's their third PK. They've both gone to the goalie's right. Another one.
Once again.
And at this point, if I'm guessing they're all going to go there. It's just, can she get there?
They've gotten 3 times in a row to the keeper's right, and it just continues to go there. And the keeper's guessing correctly, but unfortunately, their placement has just been fantastic from Owasso.
Well, and if you look at that goal, you see that pole running down the back. They've hit that pole all 3 times. So that is the far corner, and they've hit it with some speed and accuracy.
That's all you can ask for.
Union's next taker. Number 13. Peyton Bartmus.
Well done.
And now those are hard because she came straight on and the way she opened up her hips. Talk about that.
You know, I think that's a very challenging for the goalkeeper. You know, you really don't know which direction they're going. But if you notice in her run-up as well, she had a little bit of a stutter, let the goalkeeper move, and then she finished it to the opposite end. Just like we were talking about before the penalty started, you're seeing the difference in run-ups. Sometimes if you just slow down or change your speed, you can see which way the goalkeeper's going and then be able to slot it into the opposite side.
Owasso with their next one. See if it goes over to Stephanie's right again. Oh, she blocks it.
What a save.
She guessed correctly.
She did guess correctly.
And got that one up right about her head as she dove. And so this is Union's opportunity to tie it up here.
Absolutely. I mean, that was fantastic. She's guessed correctly all 4 times now, and she's just been right on it. And fair play to her for thinking that, hey, they've gone 3 times to my right. They're going to go over to the left. Gets a big save there.
I believe this is number 21, Raquel Finelli.
It's a big shot here. Well done. Once again, I think the keeper moved too early on that one.
Yeah, they continued. The last 2 has moved very, very quickly, and Union has just slowed down their pace and knocked it in the opposite corner.
That was a little too obvious by the goalkeeper on the last 2 shots for Owasso, really making it easy on Union to get back in the game.
So can goalkeeper Stephanie Peref, if she can guess correctly again and knock this one out, it'll give Union a chance to win this in the final shot. It is all tied up 5-5. They've each made 3 here in the overtime.
Well done.
She get that one, almost a replay of the Union one. Goalie moved and she went the opposite direction.
Keepers are very anxious to guess a particular direction, and they're
Here comes Holly Meyer.
making it a little too easy for the shooter.
Holly Meyer's been playing on varsity since she was a freshman. She is now a senior. She is a crafty veteran.
Oh, my goodness.
And that right there is going to do it as she goes up high. And Tisdale makes the stop.
Owasso.
And the Owasso Rams win 6-5 in PKs. Well, I'm Brandon McCombs. He is Pauldine Cotabande. And you have been watching 6A girls soccer here at the U as the Owasso Rams come to town and in penalty kicks take down Union. Well, stay tuned. The boys will be up next as the head coach Michael Wilson enters his 4th year and has a group that he says is special and ready to do something this year in 6A soccer. So don't go anywhere. Grab your favorite snack. We'll be back for the start of the game in probably about 15 minutes. And thanks for watching here on UnionSportsNetwork.com.
Finding your happy place is something special, and it's different for everyone. You probably already know where to find yours, and TTCU Federal Credit Union can help you get there. Right now, you can earn up to a $200 bonus when you open a new checking account with direct deposit. So wherever your happy place finds you, TTCU will meet you there. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.